Hi Martin, any sign of the villains? Not yet, only just got up here. It takes a while to get around this place on foot. We need to get you a glider. Pass. I'll probably break my leg. Speaking as a horse, that'd be pretty bad news. You do always make an entrance though. I'm wondering if anyone saw you coming. Indeed. Someone did. It is proper to announce yourself before entering someone's domain, you know. Nevertheless, I couldn't be happier that you're here. On guard, villain. Don't make me laugh, sunbather. Did you forget the warnings of our little lord? I have an invincible monster at my beck and call. You can't do so much as touch me. Any monster can be defeated with the hero fights, besides their friends. Nope, I'm afraid it is truly invincible. Oh. But I will call it off for a price. You, hero, will lure a handful of your little friends into my thrall. What? No way. You'll never eat my friends, monster. Eat them? Gross. No. What I need is a crew to film my movie. What? A movie? What happened to all that talk about obliterating us? Your annihilation is Dark Lord's dream, and Dark Lord is Amberly's problem. I just enjoy the theatrics of the whole charade. Heroes, monsters, it reeks potential. Not to mention that your face has has a master of the written word, a master of destiny. Shall have our fated confrontation be the first to bring me a film crew worthy of my vision. On second thought, you won't fit anyone just worthy. Just bring a crew. So are we gonna trust this guy, Flumpoos? This whole affection and everything seems insincere. Weren't you doing an insincere affection thing earlier today? That turned out alright. Oh, touché. I guess I'll play along, or just be careful what we sign up for. You gather up that crew and nearby kids while I keep an eye on the Amelia? Can do. Well, there's 4 of them here now, so bellissimo. There should be plenty of hands to get the job done. Now make room for the stage. What roles do we all play? Roles? Right, I have to actually cast some of you. But first I need someone on a camera, boom, props, makeup, costumes. Should start right away. Once we do, no breaks. I want a clean shoot from start to finish. So who's ready to make history? Let's do it. In a dingy cavern, far beyond the light of civilization, an ancient power sleeps in a magical crystal. The noble and dashing Emilio, alongside the local hero Flumpoos, who have come to claim it. Carefully the hero reaches to take the crystal from its perch. The hero claims the crystal's power, and the devious glint flashes in their eye. Probably nothing but 2 successful plunders leave the cave and part ways. The hero continues on the journey in the dark castle to confront the evil baron of this land. On the path to the castle, the hero is met with a horde of gruesome, oozing monsters. Not like that, in the company of dark knights who have engaged the monsters in battle. An unusual alliance to be sure, but on the rare occasion the hero joins the knights in their conquest. Together they vanquish every monster in sight. Huzzah! The soil is wet with ooze and the monsters are slain. Their grim task completed, the Dark Knights elect to repay the hero by joining their cause. In dire need of allies, the hero accepts. I don't know about... They all march as one, a grisly band of blades, towards the evil baron's dark castle. A long and perilous march to the dark castle. The hero and their company find a small village. The hero's forces are weak and hungry. They might not make it another step, let alone a battle. The hero decides to raid the village to feed their people. What? The hero wouldn't do that. I'm afraid it's their bellies and not yours, noble hero. Whom do you choose? Oh, hero, you're going to, could you look a little sadder, please? Oh, sure. Hero, our village is hungry. Your quest is good. Will you take what we have? Yes, thank you. Allies pour through the town, taking the snacks and sugary beverages for themselves. The villagers will suffer, but they know it will be worth it to take the evil Baron down. Thus the fearsome forces have their fill, and they march onto the castle. The hero and the forces climb the winding stairs of the castle and crash through the doors. Inside is a long, decadent foyer with a familiar face upon an imposing throne. As I, the dashing Emilio, his mask withdrawn, the evil Baron stands before you. I now brought the crystal straight to my doorstep. The ritual is complete. I am unstoppable. I don't care how powerful you are, the green hero. I can defeat any villain. Hero, you say? I see no hero here. You stole a sacred artifact and a power from its resting place for your own gain. You aided the Dark Knights in their slaughter of defenseless slime blobs. And worst of all, you made a poor village that could barely feed itself and took them for what all they had. Thus the hero's soul has been corrupted by darkness, and their blade cannot reach the Baron's chest. One by one the forces of all so-called good fall, and the Baron cackles over a sea of ruin. Cut! It's a wrap, everyone. What a depressing story. Glad they put that one behind us. Ready for a fabled battle, Emilio? Whatever do you mean? You lost. The hero was defeated. It's right there in the script. You gotta be joking. You cannot just script the hero to death. It's supposed to be a game, man. I'm afraid some tales simply end in tragedy, children. When you tangle with the Master of Fate, defeat is always inevitable. Please, speaking of the inevitable, some of those scenes could use another take, or a dozen. Everyone take 5 and be back right here for a round of reshoots. I knew I was going to pull something like this. Yeah, sorry. Turns out it wasn't quite the same as you and the cool kids. Unless we just need to spray him with water too. Genuinely hilarious idea, but hear me out on this one. So we give him those reshoots, but whatever he says we do, we find a way to do something else. Let's act like all this is canon, then let's write our own ending. Okay, I can do that. Cool. After this, we'll move over to Bistro. Ready to reshoot the film? I won't tolerate wandering off until we're done. Let's do it. Dingy cavern, far beyond the light of civilization. An ancient power sleeps into a magic crystal. Noble and dashing Emilio alongside the local hero Flumpus have come to claim it. The hero reaches in to take the crystal from its perch. Hello? Where are you going? I'm out of here. This place is too scary. You can't just... Wait, what? Are you going somewhere with this? Yeah, I'm going somewhere less scary. That's outside the cave. Okay, the hero leaves, and I guess you all hurry to set up a new scene. We've gone off script. Running back outside the cave, and away from the critically important hero duties within, Olympus arrives upon a tall signpost casting a long shadow across the path. The eyes follow Castle. The arrow that reads Castle to a group of faraway black spires piercing above the tree line. Stealing their nerves, the hero marches down the path towards the dark castle. Emilio said I could be a tree, but I'm not supposed to. Hey, trees don't talk. Yeah. What's down this path? I don't know, an endless boring forest? It's just set dressing the castle the other way. Literally endless? Sounds like pretty interesting. It must be enchanted. I want to go to the forest. There's no enchanted forest, you just walk through the path to the hero boldly bolts into the magical woods where the fairies and wizards are. Okay, once more, the enemy to all reason, Flumpus bumbles down an unmarked path into the woods. Hero lumbers in a mystical clearing, enchanted in the forest with the magic in the air. This guy didn't look very enchanted. Well, I didn't prepare an enchanted forest, I prepared blobs, so you get blobs. In their mission, Flumpus sees an opportunity to do the better odds against the evil Baron. And deliver a rousing speech that stirs the blobs' hearts and rallies them to join the fight for their home. Do you guys want to fight the bad guy with me? The blobs are soft and meek, but they have heard tell of the legendary hero's previous exploits. One by one, they flocked to Flumpus' silver tongue. eager to be a part of history. Major DM... Major D&D. DM hates their party vibes. Yes. Where's Fweep? Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, okay, that sounds fine. And with that, the hero marches straight towards the castle with a groupie army in tow. Hey hero, it's me, the Blob Mayor. What's up? This seems like a bad idea. It is not a very good idea. In fact, it's the scripted mandatory idea. These guys are just minding their own business. I don't want them to fight. I came here to do quests in the Enchanted Forest and quest for the blobs. The blobs have no quests. These blobs definitely have quests, dude. Just look at them. Oh, of course. And I suppose you can just manifest an enchanted blob quest right off the top of your head? Totally. Thought you'd never ask. In fact, why don't you just let me take it from here? The blobs send the hero deeper into the enchanted woods to find a temple that is 1,000,000 years old. So old that the blobs don't even know what it is, and they just know it's important. But when Flumpus shows up, they discover that they aren't the only one who found it. Pirates have come to steal the ancient loot. Why would there be pirates in the middle of the woods? Then you're here to steal the ancient loot. What does the hero do? Fight off the invaders, or perhaps join them to split the booty? I'm assuming I have to... With a flash of sick moves, the hero fends off the invasion and saves the temple. The rest of the pirates tuck their tails and set sails for the hills. Ah! You haven't seen the last of us, hero. This dang pirate vengeance, somebody wrote that down for the sequel. There'll be no... I can see what's inside the temple. Dude, obviously, the call of adventure beckons the hero down into the depths. It's dark, but ahead, the hero sees a flickering lights and hears weird noises. Pictures of something big and imposing carved into the walls. At the bottom of the steps, the hero meets it face to face. A dragon. Wow, that's actually not bad. With a sword. The Flumpus accepts their challenge, or do battle the options and risky diplomacy. Which way do I go? Roar, I've waited like 1,000,000 years for a worthy foe. Fight me, warrior, or I'll mess all your stuff up. I really don't want to. Can we just talk instead? I've never met a dragon before. Okay, I guess that could be nice too. It's been so long. Do you want to leave? There's a cool blob village nearby. Everybody gets attacked by worthy foes all the time. The blobs? I love those guys. I would totally do battle for them. Can we just leave? It can just leave? Then why was it... Let's get out of here. So Flumpus and the dragon go back to the blob village where now the new full-time guardian. Do the bad guys show up? Well, bad guys come and get the blobs all the time, but they're no match for the tag team. At some point it basically becomes a business venture. Just constant armies showing up and leaving rare drops everywhere. Why would there be so many people after a bunch of boring blobs? Yeah, true. Eventually the bad guys probably stop coming, at which point the blobs and the dragon and the hero live peacefully in the enchanted forest. Furthermore, the end. It feels like a good place to stop. What do you guys think? The Baron is still out there, you know. You can't just peacefully retire. I mean, they show up and get cooked by the dragon at some point. The Baron is an intellectual, wouldn't just show up and lose. It would be a big moment. What if the Baron has a gnome army? Why gnomes? Doesn't seem like a gnome guy. I just think they're silly. I can't argue with that. Let's get started on the Baron's silly little gnome army, folks. Alright, that's it. Alright, that's enough. You've hijacked my set and made a mockery of my vision. What is the meaning of this? We're just having fun, man. You want to play a game? That's how it gets played. Everyone gets a say, right, Flumpus? Yep, even if you have the really good idea, still ask nicely and listen. You lost your say when I shook... You lost your say when you shook my hand. What do I say? And your game will have its ending. That was the deal. Dude, I would just make the movie if I were you and stop lording the villain act over us. Your writing was mostly pretty cool. Really? Does that go for the rest of you? It was fun putting the sets and pretending the equipment was real. I bet everyone would have had more fun, longer breaks and less yelling. Interesting. Very well. In exchange for your longer breaks and less yelling, no exchange, just promise to be cool and let people make their own call. You're a shrewd one, Martin. Out of all those present to our fateful meeting, I'm glad I chose to antagonize you. Oh, bother. Longer breaks, a gentler hand, open floor for immediately. The idea is effective immediately. And as for our fated conflict... Emilio! What is going on here? Tell me you stopped them. I'm afraid I was bested. Darling, these heroes were far more than we bargained for. How did you fail? You weren't supposed to fail. What kind of master of destiny or whatever loses to kids guided by destiny? That's the thing about fate. Seems things are always meant to move in a different direction. And I believe so will we. I'll be resigning as a villain to focus on my movie. You? Fine. I can defeat them without you. I don't need you. I need is darkness, which is where I'm going. Now you'll never see you never again. Pretty cool start to being cool. Thanks, man. Don't mention it. I've wanted to break from that attitude all day. He seemed extra upset. Do you think he's okay? I'm going to describe that a kid as okay.